Catherine Gray, The Unexpected Joy of the Ordinary. Welcome to the engaging summary of The Unexpected Joy of the Ordinary by Catherine Gray. As you delve into this book summary, you will discover the incredible power of embracing everyday blessings and the benefits of transforming your mindset. Focusing on coping with the negativity bias, finding happiness in simple joys, cherishing human connections, and the impact of money and physical appearances on happiness, the book delivers wisdom on navigating life with a sense of gratitude and contentment. Prepare to change the way you perceive the world and cherish every ordinary moment of your life.
The negativity bias. Your brain has been hardwired through evolution to seek out negative information, which is why you often dwell on your shortcomings and overlook compliments. Research has found that our amygdala, a region of the brain involved in emotions and decision-making, is especially sensitive to negative information, which evolved with our prehistoric ancestors who had to constantly look out for danger. Although modern life is less dangerous, our amygdala is still scanning for threats. In the next part of the book, we will learn how to combat this negativity bias and focus on the positive. The Fallacy of Materialism. The pursuit of material possessions and never-ending pleasure doesn't lead to lasting happiness. Do you ever feel like you're living a mediocre life, watching others flaunt their designer wardrobes or spacious villas and wondering why you don't have the same things? It's essential to check your negativity bias as we fall prey to the belief that the grass is always greener on the other side. However, the author of the book learned a valuable lesson when she moved to sunny Barcelona from rainy England, which is a surplus of pleasure and possessions isn't the key to happiness. Our happiness is more intense when it's interrupted, rather than constant. When we have endless days of sunshine or unlimited access to desires, we stop valuing them as much. The acquisition of material possessions isn't what makes us happy, but the act of acquiring them. People used to move around a lot, and personal possessions dragged them down, creating considerable stress. The rise of decluttering experts like Marie Kondo is concrete proof that we find it stressful to have many things. So, the next time we are craving new clothes or material goods, remember that less truly is more. The myth of the perfect person. The media portrays the perfect person as confident, with high self-esteem and no anxiety. However, this idealized person doesn't really exist. People with very high self-esteem tend to be narcissistic and prejudiced against minorities. It's normal to feel insecure, anxious, and angry. Anxiety and anger are useful emotions that let us know when our boundaries have been crossed. Having middling levels of self-esteem is something to be grateful for. Although anxiety levels can be reduced by considering the big picture, perpetual yelling might indicate an underlying desire to cry instead. The secret to happy relationships. Having fewer close friends and discreet romance make people happier, according to latest research. Evolutionary psychology suggests that humans can only handle 1 or 2 best friends and 5 close friends. More than that can lead to role strain and psychological pressure. Quality over quantity is crucial when it comes to developing relationships. People who flaunt their love lives on social media tend to feel less secure about their relationships. The truth about money and happiness. You might believe that having a lot of money can buy you happiness, but that's not the case. Studies show that a big lottery win and a severe disability have little impact on overall happiness. The amount of money you make also has a limited effect on your sense of well-being, with the psychological difference becoming negligible after earning around $50,000 to $75,000 annually. Additionally, people with high salaries often find less purpose in life compared to those earning less. Psychologists have also found that while high earners may not necessarily be happier, happier people tend to earn more. So, if you're seeking happiness, it's best to focus on the little things and work on cultivating a positive mindset, as happiness attracts money rather than money attracting happiness. The myth of high IQ. High IQ and intellectual ambition aren't the recipe for happiness and success. A study that followed Californian children with exceptionally high IQs found that despite impressive intellect, intelligence didn't protect them from unpleasant life events, and their rates of divorce, addiction, and suicide were no different than that of the general American population. Furthermore, being the smartest person in the room didn't guarantee success. In contrast, being an average Joe with an ordinary IQ who spends evenings watching TV might be just as joyful. Surprisingly, watching murder mystery shows can be good for your brain since it keeps your brain active, healthy, and functioning at its best. The illusion of beauty. Have you ever been envious of someone's toned and muscular body on Instagram? Research shows that most people underestimate their own attractiveness and the ones close to them find them more appealing. Surprisingly, beautiful people may struggle to be taken seriously in the workplace despite being considered very attractive. As people's search for the perfect physique continues, they turn to exercises that can be counterproductive. Studies reveal that people who start exercising to lose weight attend gym less frequently than those who exercise for fun. Notably, telling yourself that you are exercising may lead to overeating. The key message here is that celebrating your ordinariness could be better for your physical well-being.
As we conclude our journey through the summary of The Unexpected Joy of the Ordinary, let's recap the core takeaways. We've learned how our brains are wired to look for negative news, and how we need to combat this negativity bias by finding silver linings in everyday moments. We've realized that adopting a minimalist outlook on possessions can bring us greater peace and happiness. Furthermore, experiencing insecurity, anxiety, and anger is perfectly normal and even beneficial for our mental health. As we shifted our focus to relationships, we found out that having a fewer but stronger connections is the key to happiness. In terms of wealth, it turns out that money doesn't bring genuine joy, and happiness lies in finding a sense of purpose. Finally, we've seen that high IQ, physical appearance, and lofty ambitions have little bearing on true well-being. Ultimately, finding and relishing the ordinary in our day-to-day lives can unleash an unparalleled sense of fulfillment and joy.